Hey guys, and welcome to this video, which is going to be a kind of 3-day weekend casual language learning vlog. And unlike the last few vlogs that I filmed, which were more kind of targeted on one specific language, this one is going to be focused on all three of my target languages, including Japanese, which I have ignored for months and months and months on end at this point. Definitely going to be a bit rusty getting back into that, but like I said, all three languages hopefully throughout the course of this 3-day weekend that I have. Both today, Friday, and tomorrow, Saturday, I do have swing dance events happening in Seoul, so I have to travel around an hour and a half to 2 hours one way for each of those events. So lots of time on the subway today and tomorrow, so I'll probably be doing a lot of my language activities while trapped on the subway. And Sunday will probably be just a chill at home kind of day here. No real like specific goals like reading focused or XYZ focused this weekend, just trying to touch all three languages I'm learning over the course of the next 3 days. Hopefully everything every single day, but honestly, because I am busy today and tomorrow, not sure that'll happen. But again, I'll be happy if I just do all three languages at some point this weekend. All right, so quick update from Saturday afternoon now. Yesterday ended up being a bit chaotic, I guess. I ended up staying the entire time at the social dance I went to. I was planning on leaving early originally, but ended up staying for the entire basically 4 hours of dancing there. And I also ended up staying after for like half an hour just to chat with some friends, and so didn't make it back home until like literally 1 a.m. So didn't have a lot of time outside of that for studying. I did do some study on the subway like I mentioned, but even that wasn't as much as I had hoped would happen, just because the subways were for some reason like extra crowded, extra packed yesterday. Like it was sardines in a can level busy yesterday, and so when I'm like standing like squished in on all sides, I don't necessarily feel like doing a bunch of studying activities, but I did do a few. Like you guys saw, I read the entirety of a quick little story on New Chinese, which is called The Gift of the Magi? I think it is. And that is a story that I've read before. I think I read it in like middle school English, and so the story was familiar to me. So it wasn't too difficult to read, but also wasn't very exciting since I did know kind of the story of the plot of the story, I should say. So that's the only language stuff I did on the way there. And then on the way back, I ended up watching yesterday's or the day before's broadcast of the Korean news. So yeah, like I said, not as much as I'd hoped to get done on the 3 hours of subway time, but I am happy with what I did considering how packed and crowded it was. And then today, very soon actually, in just a few minutes, I'm going to be heading to Seoul again, even longer trip this time, should be around 4 hours round trip, but hopefully, typically when I go to this location on Saturdays, it's crowded, but not as bad as it was yesterday. I can usually get a seat at least eventually. And so I'm hoping to do a bit more of languagey stuff on the commute there and back. We shall see, of course, but yeah, I'm planning to do more Chinese, and then also probably some webtoon reading as well if I can get a seat. Again, I feel a little shy reading webtoons and I'm like out in the open surrounded by a bunch of crowds of people. As for Japanese, I haven't done any of that yet. A lot of the stuff I'd like to do is not really subway friendly necessarily. I could read on Saturday Reader for the first time in forever, but I usually do that on my iPad. We'll see what I feel like doing on the subway, but that's the rough plan for today in just a few minutes when I head out the door. So it is now Sunday. Yesterday ended up being basically almost a carbon copy of Friday. I did a little bit of Chinese reading and then the news, Korean news on the subway. I started reading The Monkey's Paw on Chinese, which again is an intermediate level story on there. And this one is really interesting so far. It is an adaptation of, I think, an originally English short story or novel. I don't know the full backstory, but it is an adaptation. And originally when I've been kind of like scrolling through and like seeing all the names of stories, The Monkey's Paw sounded kind of strange to me, so I haven't really been that attracted to it, but I think last week I heard someone talking and they used the monkey's paw as a metaphor for something. I don't remember what the metaphor even was, but I was like, wait a minute, is that like a common like literary phrase people use in regular life to make metaphors for things? So I became interested in that story and started reading it, and it is interesting. It's, again, not creepy per se, but it does kind of get dark-ish, I guess. I'm 8 episodes, air chapters in out of 12 so far. So yeah, things got real recently, and so I'm curious to see how the last 4 chapters end, which again, hopefully I'll be able to finish that story today. As for my plans for today, first of all, I will say that both last weekend and this weekend, I have danced both Friday and Saturday, and wow, it is exhausting to dance 2 days back to back. I am just tuckered out, but I guess that's what dancing for basically, 7 hours over the course of 2 days will do to you. My legs are sore, yes, but also I'm just exhausted overall. Like, yesterday and today waking up was just such a struggle. I was like peeling my eyes open. It was, I'm so tired. So I'm going into today already kind of tired. And then I also have a huge to-do list of things I want to get done today. I need to head into work for a little while to do some grading / prepping for this coming week. I also need to clean my apartment really badly. It's like a tornado went off in here because I've just been so busy for the past 2 days doing things and going places, so it's kind of a wreck. I need to clean that. I also need to edit a video and post it for today. I need to do my language studying for today, so hopefully I can accomplish all the things I want to get done. First things first, I'm probably gonna go ahead and head over while it's still light and decently warm-ish. It's been pretty cold these days, so I want to make the most of the warmest it's gonna get today and head to the office now, get some work done. Hopefully on the way there and back I can do a bit of languagey stuff. We'll see. And then after that, I can hopefully do some Japanese finally, because again, I haven't done any Japanese at all this whole weekend, and I wanted to do 3 languages in 3 days. So today is the day I need to do Japanese in order to meet that goal. So that's the plan for today. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do besides that, but some Japanese and some other stuff, finishing that story on the Chinese, etc., etc. But yeah, first things first, like I said, I'm gonna head to the office to get some work done.
공급이 수요를 따라가지 못하기 때문입니다. 지금 국산파 값은 40kg당 약 70만 원.
今回の中級動画では理解可能なインプットとは何かについて解説したいと思います。時間がないとヒヤヒヤしながら走って試験会場に行きました。女の人と男の人が話しています。
And yeah, that is it for my language learning weekend. I did do all 3 languages, and I strongly recommend, by the way, The Monkey's Paw. I had a very creepy and gripping ending to the story for sure. But that is it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one, and until then, annyeong.